Ahoy, crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate, Captain RG3. And this is day 486 of my Hex journey. How's everybody doing today? I am like chill as fuck this evening. I went and got one of my first rewarding myself for having such an awesome bag. And that was to go get a massage. And I had to take care of the discs that I have sacrificed over the years for the dollar. So you're welcome to whoever took them. Thank you for the dollars. Because if it wasn't for those, I wouldn't have been able to spend them on Hex. So here we are today. Zen as fuck out here, right, Mac? Right? I'm chill today. I really am. I came home. I went first. I went straight to my appointment. Got my neck worked on. Of course, my wife set up the appointment, so it wasn't like Maria or Mitzi or Sammy or anything like that. I had Olga. Olga did my massage. She was about a 4 foot nothing. I don't even know where she was from, to be honest. She had an accent, but I couldn't tell she was wearing a mask. And, but this little lady, she was about 62, 63 years old. But this lady got into RG3's back with those elbows. And she was like, oh, all I can say is, I don't know if you guys always see me kind of cricking my neck or whatever, but I got these discs that are really bad in my neck and they're just driving me nuts lately. And, man, I haven't felt this good in probably 2 years. So anyway, I'm going to keep going and getting better and better. Cause I want to be like chill when it comes down to, going to Vegas and meeting there with everybody. Everybody going? We got everybody going. How many people in the chat room are going? Let me go to the chat room real quick. So I lost my guest tonight. Called a little late. Couldn't make it. It was okay. Because I stream alone. Yeah, with nobody else. When I stream alone, I'm prepared to be by myself. What is up, chat room? Okay, so let's see who's in here. We got Hex Boy Crypto. All the haters have gone into Hex. It looks like they are. Let's see. Unwrecked. What's up, my brother? Let's see. Crypto King. Hey, what is going on, dude? Hardest working man in crypto next to the Hexologist. And DC and KNTX. I don't know how to put those guys in order. I think Hexo, DC, Crypto King, then KNTX. That's my work order. Anyway, and maybe Richard's up on top of that whole thing because he works his ass off. I don't know if you guys have noticed some of his streams when he like comes in and tries to stream with us and his eyes are like beet red, like he hasn't slept for weeks. Yeah, he's working. He is working. Let's see. Dan Emmons, welcome. In retrospect, Hex was inevitable, RG3. Yes, it was. Crypto deserves Hex. It does. Maddie C85, welcome. David Morales, what's up, dude? David is part of the party crew. Whenever I see David Morales, I remember a lot of the Twitter posts or the pictures that I've seen of him out there just throwing down. And I don't know, David, you're from Miami, right? You're from Florida or something. You guys are fucking party animals, man. Crazy. Who else we got? Super Hex. Welcome. Hey, Super Hex. What's up, dude? That's Super Hex from TikTok, right? Let me know. Serena. OG. Chris Hooper. Welcome. Thanks for the pirate flags. Crypto Ewok. What's up, dude? Eshtar. How does it really? Is it Eshatar? Who else we got here? David Gonzalez. Ahoy, pirates. Ahoy. The Sapper. What's up, dude? Let's see. What's the hex price in pieces of 8? Well, right now it's at 0.018 pieces of 8. Let's see if we can get a DS pump and not a DS dump tonight and get us up to 2 pennies. Would we just do that? And then if we get to 2 pennies in, I'll just schedule a massage for the next year every week. Cause I really like that. If you guys haven't done that, man, go get one. And I'm not talking about one of the ones where you got to, the ending and all that stuff, but just go get a regular massage. It's good for you. It helps, especially when you start getting old. Oh, take care of your back, guys. Take care of your back. I know when you're young and lifting shit, bending, breaking, just freaking take care of your back. On top of taking care of the other things we say, take care of your health, eat the right things. You want those steaks. You want to be good when those steaks come out. Man, if there was one thing I would have done, I would have took a little bit better care of my spine. That's for sure, because it is a mess. Let's see. Melvatoni, ahoy, what's happening? Yes, 2 cents. Let's get it there tonight. Who else? Crypto Contrarian. Where is the breakout going? I don't know. Right now, at this very moment, it is going on the downside. It is on the downside. But hey, sometimes when we have the show, it pumps. Not saying that the show does it, but it usually does. We usually get a pump and then a dump. Nermorians. Let's see it going. It's a top formation. If it hits the top of the formation, 2.7 cents. Yeah. You don't want RG3's opinion on TA, on anybody's TA, your TA or anybody's TA. I just think TA is worthless for hourly charts and 4-hour charts and all that shit. I think that TA is good for macro views of things, get way back, up and to the right. Don't worry about those dips and whatever. If you want to read the tea leaves and get down into that shit, then more power to you. But more men have been wrecked. More cryptopians have been wrecked in that area than anything. So anyway, Hex Abel Archer, right on. Welcome. Matty Allen, going to Vegas. Yes, we are. Billy Boy Crypto. Hey, good to see you in here, man. Hector the Protector, of course, as always. One of the trolls. Cabana Crypto. Hey, if you guys haven't seen Cabana Crypto's stream, you're new or whatever, get over there and check out Cabana Crypto on his YouTube. He is one of the Cutthroats, and he puts out some quality shit. Let's see, who else? Not like the garbage that you get on this pirate ship. You get good stuff out there, but that's what we are here for. We're here to navigate you to the proper streams so that you can get the proper information that you need. Let's see. Who else we got here? Spike. And of course, Hex Mac. I think I've already said it. Crypto Vince. We got to talk. Give me a DM later. OG. Yep. Serena. Blackwing. Hey, welcome. And I think I just went through. Oh, Chaotic Creations. Johnny is in the house, guys. Be kind to your spine. Yeah, bro. Oh, Marcavelli, 23. Marcavelli, you're an animal, bro. I like you, dude. I really do. I really, really like you, Marcavelli. You definitely make the chat rooms interesting. I love the voice chats. Guys, how many of you is my mic turned up loud enough? Or am I just hearing it so soft? Is it like, did I finally get it to sound like Hodl Dogs? Because that's what I was talking about for my day 486 of my Hex journey. Like, comment, and subscribe. Smash the likes. Does that sound like Hodl Dog? No. Unhexable. What's up, dude? Marco the Hex again. Okay, we got a whole crew. You good, RG? Okay, good. So that's loud enough. It just sounds real light because I changed the audio settings. I'm trying to get like real and everything, and did all the stuff on the mixing board here and redid the mixers and all that, or the cloud lifter and all this stuff. So I think we got it. Lol, Hodl Dogs. Sig Hex 184. I love Hodl Dog. So when we first got all these streams kicking off, of course I watched Hexologist, and then there was a couple other rogue streams that are no longer with us anymore. But Hodl Dog was one of them. And I was like, this dude is freaking badass. And he would open up the AA every day and steaks. I know he's fucked up on all of his steaks. He's got steaks from here to fucking Timbuktu, and he was staking every day. He was going into AA, unstake or minting the coins from the AA, and then staking them right on stream. So it was he's got a lot of stakes out there. Hey RG3, how you doing? Sammy, I'm doing great. How are you doing? So another model of the community, a pirate woman that won't take shit from anybody. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Appreciate all of you. That's what I wanted to kind of get into a little bit. I was hoping maybe I dumped the link into the Cutthroats, see if anybody will pop in. Somebody will probably pop in here later. But I just want to talk to the community a little bit about some of the things that are going on, and not necessarily anything bad, because no press or no argument, fight, disagreement is invaluable. I mean, they all are. I mean, it depends on how you handle them all, of course. But all this stuff does is love your guts too, Sammy. All this stuff does is makes us stronger, makes us a tighter community. I don't know if any of you ever had brothers. I had a brother. I got 3 sisters and a brother, and the closest in age of me and my brother was like within like a year. So we were really, really close. So it was fisticuffs all the time. It was just, but love my brother, man. We were tight, and that's what I look at, camaraderie and trust and relationships is, it's okay to fight. It's okay to have disagreements, as long as you handle them properly, and as long as you, work things out. And that's even with people that aren't in your family, people that are outside, because what it does is it develops trust. Trust is the most important thing in this whole thing. If we're going to look, I got into Hex because I trusted Richard's judgment. Did not have to necessarily trust Richard, but I trusted his judgment and what he was doing. And I didn't think that he had any ill will when he was building his crypto. I honestly and truly believed he was setting out to do something great, and he was inviting people along for the ride. And there were a lot of flags out there that showed that he wasn't trying to take anybody's money. When somebody's trying to rip you off or trying to, they're always out there marketing. They're marketing for your money, and they're doing other things, or they've done other things, or they've been involved in this, they've been involved with that. Never saw that with RH. So right off the bat, he gained a lot of trust from me. Let's see. Please hold on a second. I'm getting a message here. I can't. You didn't spell that out right, King. Send it again. Did you want me to send something to you? Here, let me put this in there. Is that what you wanted? Want to come talk to me? Anyway, where was I? Yeah, trust and the community and unity and love and trust and all that good stuff. Yeah. And I mean, look, I know we've all been through hell and through war here, with crypto, and they don't deserve our respect or our apologies or our suck up or any of that shit. They don't deserve that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, we need to, hash things out amongst ourselves, make sure that everything's good, and move forward, and also do what we can to create goodwill out there in crypto. And, but you can still be pirate. You can still be pirate as fuck, and make things happen in the right way. So, love how RG3 reads text on screen. Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't read people's texts and shit, right? Okay. All right. No problem, buddy. No problem. What I am going to do, though, is we're going to crash the goddamn room again. Hold on a second. Let's see if you got anybody in there. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a ass ton of people. Oh, look who it is. It's Wales only. It's Wales only. Watch this. I don't want to disrupt them. They're talking. Yeah. They're talking about the yield going to 7. Wales is teaching school in there right now. They're talking about the price per coin being $50. $50. $50. Why don't you guys need to come on stream and talk about $50? What are you guys doing in here talking about $50? Really? Really? I'm streaming right now. You guys are on stream with me right now. Yeah, man. $50. Who's smoking that shit? Who is that that's smoking? Who? Axis. You guys. You're talking about, yeah, not tomorrow. Yeah. They're talking to me, guys. I'm sorry. All right, way out in the future. $50, everybody. We got it. Access Live. If anybody wants to DM him and get his charts, I'm sure he'll send them to you. But we've got a $50 call from Access Live, everybody. Hey, thanks, guys. Have a good one, man. $50. God damn. That's crazy. That is crazy. I am smoking that shit. Yep. Good for you guys. We seem to have a lot of Hexicans that do that. A lot of you guys do it on stream. So anyway, so that was just my little rant about peace, love, and happiness in the community, and creating trust, because that's the one thing that we do have to do is create trust. I don't know if any of you saw Nerd Girl stream with Rock, with the Rock over at what do you call it, that swapper thing, the real fast swap, quick swap. There you go, quick swap. They had a nice conversation. She asked him some hard questions and asked him why he called us some names and this and that, and he apologized and said he was really deeply embarrassed about it. And he, but you know what, it's like, that was all fine and dandy. It was good. But for us to have those conversations and then have people trust the Hex community, because one thing he said that I really enjoyed was that he basically said, look, when you guys did come in, you guys are a bunch of badasses. It was like, shit, man, here comes the Hexicans. And that's the way it is, man. And when we roll into some place, and I know at times some of us can get a little, disrespectful. Some of us have been a little scarred, a little marred from, the history of the past. But don't let it get to you guys. Have fun with this. Have fun with it. It's just crypto. It's just crypto. It's not that serious. I know it's our money and everything, but you really shouldn't be that vested in it to where it like upsets your day, keeps you up at night, or any of that kind of shit. The only thing that keeps me up is looking at that damn Staker app, man. Fucking A. God damn it. Those guys making that thing. It's too easy to hit the button. I mean, I got this thing on 24/7. I do. I think it's burned into my screen. I think the chart is literally burned into my screen and it's stuck there. It is. So, but anyway, that's the downfall of being addicted to this stuff. But yeah, just don't get addicted. Don't get addicted. All right. So what do we want to talk about, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about that maybe the captain can talk about to you? I know that I'm not the chart guy, and I'm not going to sit here and give you moon math and tell you that Hex is going to go to $50. And is it possible? Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I don't think we'll see much lower than it's been in the penny sector. I think that once we do break out, we're going to find a new place to be. Yeah, Donnell, $50 hex. Yeah. Well, he did say future, so I don't know how far into the future that's supposed to be. RG3 will probably be dead by then if there's a $50 hex, but who knows? Hey, Juicies, what's up? Let's talk about that. What was it like during the April breakout? My gosh. You know what? It wasn't like anything because we just woke up and that son of a bitch mooned. I mean, it just went absolutely crazy. And it was so fun streaming because all it was up. It was just up. And I can't explain the elation. I mean, I've been in cryptos that have mooned before, but we were always waiting for the inevitable dip. It's like, okay, where's the top? And when it did dip, it was like, then there's the whole catching the falling knife and all that shit that goes on. But with Hex, it was like, boom. And then it found a new level. And that was where we're at. I mean, we did have a couple of, good sized dips after that. Don't get me wrong, which sucked. Especially when you're a streamer, when you're streaming and the coin is going sideways or going down, it's a real hard thing to do. It really is because, look, I know that our streams aren't like super, super informative as far as technicals go lately, or at all, really, have we ever. It's all been just speculation, moon math, and understanding the product of Hex itself, and spending lots and lots of time discovering that and then teaching it to folks here, and then helping other streamers launch their platforms and whatnot. But it's that stuff is hard when it's going down. It's hard to stream when it's going down. Marco the Hexkin says all will come around. Oh, wait, doggone it. All will come around and apologize to Richard and to Hexicans. The community deserves it. We deserve it, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't hold my breath because there's a lot of fools out there that aren't going to apologize. Like those lawyers that hit him up on day one of the launch. I don't think that son of a bitch is going to apologize. He's a twerp. He's one of those lawyer twerps. So he ain't going to apologize now. So there's some people that you probably aren't going to see anything, but I could be wrong. Maybe you will. Let's see. Hey, RG, do you want to talk about the only Hex strength and weakness? Oh boy, this thing keeps rolling on me. And weaknesses is RH not being anonymous. What is RH not being anonymous? For example, many go to BTC as its owner is anonymous. Okay. Well, I mean, are you talking about, the founder being anonymous or known? I mean, I don't think it matters. The whole Satoshi thing has a certain mysterious element to it, and I think the real story is probably less mysterious than we all think. But there's Vitalik and Hoskinson and CZ and all these people that are the head of their projects and products, and nobody I think cares either way. It's all about speculation, but I think that Richard being out in front of Hex has actually done Hex well, to be honest. Why? I think it made it stronger. If Richard had done it anonymously and Hex would have launched anonymously with some type of a eerie mystique to it or whatever, then we'd have an even bigger problem because nobody would know who that was. Right now, everybody can point the finger at him and say, oh, it's Richard. He's the one that's going to scam you. If it was anonymous, then we'd probably have people, calling scam and waiting for everybody's waiting for the freaking hammer to drop, right? Because there is nobody. So, that's my 2 cents on it. Oh, cool. We got Johnny coming in. This is going to be a cool one. Me and Johnny haven't talked, just me and him, for a while. Let's see. George Chops. Hey, RG, do you want to talk? Okay, that was yours, right? Anonymous. Yes. Rock's apology was sincere-ish. I agree. It was sincere-ish enough. I had a conversation with him personally, and it went well. You know, it is what it is. I've never said anything about him like he said about us. So, you know, I got the upper hand, I guess. What can you say about interdimensional AI, anonymous beings, benevolent, bringing our financial system into the future, most positive timeline, bringing our financial system into the future, most positive timeline imaginable? It's going to take me a few minutes to figure that one out, bro. I had a massage today. I'm kind of chilling. You're the cheek, Sammy. You're simping on me all night, Sammy. All right, guys. I'm going to bring on Johnny. What? Hey, RG, even though you don't have all the fancy stuff, you always get at least 100 people in the chat. Don't cut yourself short. You provide great content. Thank you. Hit the like button. Yeah, hit fucking like button. And don't apologize. Let's see. Lawyers suck dick and balls. Well. That wasn't very nice. But yeah, usually they do the cup thing or whatever, fondle in the what do you call it? The under, you know. Let's see. How was the physio captain? Not a crypto question, but have you ever looked into getting foam roller? Gives me a lot of back relief. You know, I tried it and it hurt the hell out of me, but yes, I would try that again. All right. So I went through the chat real quick here. RG's feeling cool. Yeah, I am. I just feel amazing. It's like, usually my neck is like just jacked, but now it feels so good. Thank you, Olga. Anyway, let's bring up one of the OG Hexagons, my buddy and fellow salty pirate, Johnny Chaos. What's happening, bud?
How's it going, man?
It's going good.
It's just like old times.
Just like old times. Just you and me and you, both of us together. That's from, you know.
Well, it was funny back in the day, man, because I remember it's like, is anybody going to come out and play? It's like, yeah, all right. Here I am.
Uh-oh.
You know.
Uh-oh. I think I'm losing. Let me turn the fan on. Hold on a second.
So we got the two old guys to say, hey, you kids, get off our lawn. It's funny stuff, man. See, I can't read the chat. So, see, I can't, like, improvise here. I have to, like, there's got to be a way to
it'll fire back up here in a second, Johnny. Yeah, my camera doesn't like the heat, and when we had actually a hot day out here in SoCal. So, yeah, man, my camera doesn't like the heat at all. I got to figure that out. I got to figure out what's going on with it, why it's overheating.
Yeah, no hot days here in Michigan.
Yeah, we get some pretty hot summertime out here, and I love it. I love the heat. I hate the cold. I just do not do cold, man. Anything below 50 degrees is like, no, man, that's just wrong. If I can't just put a jacket on and some socks, then it's way over winter for me.
It's still way over winter for you here.
What is the temperatures out there?
Degrees.
Oh, man.
40 to 50 degrees weather still.
Wow.
So when I do my walks and I'm doing my rambling, I'm freezing my butt off. So it sounds like everybody's all excited for the Vegas trip.
Yeah, everybody's getting excited about the Vegas trip, and I am too, man. I'm ready for some adult, you know, and a weekend away. Here we go. The pump has started. The DS pump has started, guys. It has started.
Oh yeah, if you got in under a penny, you are now legendary.
You are now legendary.
Still waiting for it to go under a penny, I wish you the best of luck.
And that was literally just weeks ago.
Yeah.
this run up has been so strong. I mean, if you look back at the, if you like pull up, well, if you pull up a nice like 4-hour chart or even a 12-hour chart and zoom out and look at the chart, it just looks so strong, man. It's just such a nice, strong chart. I love the hex chart, and I don't like charting at all. I don't like looking at charts, but man, I've never seen one that just looks so damn awesome. And the breakout that looks like is imminent. It just looks like it's about to explode, man. And at any moment it could for very little financial energy too.
Well, we've been winding for months, just watching it wind, just watching the spring coil and tighten. And everybody's been like, it's going to pump. It's going to pump. It's going to pump, and then everybody started, oh, no, it's not going to pump. It's been like this for months. We're just going to wait for that extra 1/10 of a penny off, and then we'll buy a little bit more. Yeah. And then there it goes.
Yeah. Well, somebody was asking me earlier, what was the April breakout like? And that's what I'm saying. That's probably what we're going to see, is something like an April breakout where it was one market buy and then it was off to the freaking races,
Yeah, it's going to be a blink and you miss it scenario. We've had plenty of time to sit here and accumulate and
right. I mean, if you haven't, I'm looking. Well, it was just a couple weeks ago. It was under a penny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go back that far, about 3 weeks ago, and it was under a penny. What a bargain, huh? with the consolidation at 1.5 cents plus. It's looking good, man. Looking good. I'm excited. Not that I really care, but
what are we gonna do on stake?
Yeah. So I got a horror story. So I got a guy that I've worked with through the years. I mentored him and he moved on and now he's working cranes out in Colorado. He does crane jobs in Colorado. He's an oiler, they call it. And he called me in like February, and he called me because his father-in-law was trying to get him into a mining, what did they call that? The virtual mining shit. Not the mining. It wasn't a mining pool. It was where you pay to be part owner of the servers that they have out there in the colos.
The pools.
No, they call
cloud
it
mining.
Cloud mining. Yeah. So he called me. He's like, because he knew I knew crypto, and he's like, hey man, my father-in-law, I just wanted to check in this thing. Yeah, he went, thanks. He goes, I wanted you to check it out. And he showed it to me. He's like, yeah, they're mining Bitcoin. And I'm like, oh, dude, tell your father-in-law to get the fuck away from that thing. I said, it's kind of a coincidence that you called me, because tell him that I have something for him to get into and get away from that cloud mining bullshit, right? And, oh, yeah, tell me about it. So I sent him everything about Hex. I said, let me know, dude. I'll help your uncle out, or you brought your father-in-law out or whatever. And he said, yeah. Well, never heard back from him, And then
got into the cloud mining, didn't he?
And that was like in February and then in March or something like that, somewhere around there. And then April came and we had our first moonshot. So I sent him a little picture of the wallet at the time, right? It was on that's when we just had live, right? We had hex.live, or what is that? What was Steph's first site? It was
Hex.live.
Hex.live. So it was Hex.live. I sent him a little shot of how much my account was worth, and he's like, oh dude. So I don't know if he thought I was just kidding or what, man. I was like, hey man, tell your father-in-law, I'll hook him up. Oh yeah, he's gonna do the cloud mining. I was like, oh jeez. So long story, even longer, I get a call. Hey, how's everything going, man? Oh yeah. Hey, what's happening? And he got him a new job. He's advanced in his job there. He's been over there for a year in Colorado. And I said, so hey, how did your father-in-law do? He said, oh well, it kind of shot up real fast, and he made a few $100s, and then it all crashed down. I said, Yep. He goes, well, how's that Hex thing going? I said, oh, you don't even want to know.
You don't want to know.
He goes, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, you don't want to know. You don't want me to tell you. He goes, no, tell me. I said, are you sitting down? And I told him, and he was just like, I could tell he was just like, I heard his anus crack. It was like, oh, he couldn't believe it. And, then the conversation went south after that. Yeah, man. Hey, all right. Gotta go, and it was just, I felt so bad. I feel so bad, and what's
well, we all got those friends, man. We've all got those friends. It's like a buddy of mine.
Gosh,
I showed him I had I showed him where my account was. And then, just like this past couple weeks, I showed him where my account is after giving me, grief about it, and it's kind of funny because like, yeah, when I told you, you can do this thing and you're kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out, whatever, and blew me off. Okay, well, I just wanted to give you a little update. Here's my wallet. Is that real money? Yes, it is.
Yeah, man. But one of the things that I wanted to, I know there's a lot of moon talk and there's a lot of, wallets being flashed around on people and stuff. And all of us being giddy about what we've done and all that, what we actually got ourselves into and what happened. Those of us who were in from, day one. But I want to speak to the people that are coming in new. There's going to be many pumps like this, guys. See, there's tools available today that weren't available in the first year of Bitcoin. First years of Bitcoin, it didn't have people streaming about it. They didn't have communities gathering together like this. You literally had like IIRC chats, like fucking stupid chat room, text to chat rooms, people that were talking. They were in like Reddit forums, talking to each other and explaining and selling pizzas to one another and doing shit like that. That was year one in Bitcoin. And, we just happen to have a lot of exposure, a lot of access, and because of the pandemic, a lot of time. So, don't get overwhelmed and overburdened by, all this talk of other people who may have gotten in before you and you're worried about that. It's, yes, that early in, year in is gone. But the next pump is coming. And the people that are going to come in year 3 are going to be jealous of the people that came in year 2. They're going to be envious of the bags from year 2. And year 2 people
that were buying at a penny or around a penny, and they're like mad because we got in it, being able to get in at around a couple sats, right? So they're going to be like, oh, but you guys got in at a couple sats. Now it's like, half a penny was legendary, and now a penny is now legendary. So 2 cents will eventually be legendary. Under 10 cents at some point is going to be legendary. It's just the same way Bitcoin built. Can you imagine buying Bitcoin for $1? Well, what about 10 cents or a penny? Because it was there once too.
Yeah. And the reason that that it's continued to go up is because it's a finished product too. It's a solid crypto, and as solid as it can be, despite the bugs that it's had and all that kind of stuff. But of course it's the king but all of these other projects, promise coins, those kinds of things, they don't have what Hex has, and that's going to be, it's going to be longevity. Watch where we're at next year, guys. Watch the promises that are still going to come, because it's still going to be a bunch of promises out there, and Hex is going to be doing its thing and moving up and moving on and moving like Bitcoin, and and people are going to be jumping on the bandwagon. It's an insanely well built crypto. All the others don't compare, and when the bear market comes, people are going to be running for a place. If in 2018, after the crash, I would have had a place like Hex to put all my bags, damn straight that's where it would have been. Damn straight. Making yield on it, making interest like this, hell yeah, I would have stuck it in there. Hell yeah.
Well, it's incredible because when you see these large sells, it's like, okay, fine. Now they've taken their money out. Okay, they got $100,000. What are they going to do? Stuff it under their pillow? What do you do with it? What do you do with $100,000 a month?
You pay half of it in taxes.
Well,
you pay half of it in taxes is what you do. And if you don't, then you're setting yourself up for failure. If you don't do the right thing. I mean, there's people all around the world, of course, that have different, legal tax ramifications or whatever. But here, if you're in the US, I mean, you've got a tax situation and you're going to lose half that bag. Or if you do it right, a third of it. Or if you do it really, really right, a smidge of it. But you're still going to lose part of it. And okay, go spend it. I mean, X is so much more than just, going and getting a Lambo or going and getting a house or going and getting, and, I mean, yeah, I get it, take care of student loans and all these things, but man, this is, I hear Kareem and Wales talking about it all the time ad nauseum, which is, setting your shares up. And I mean, it's the same message that we've been preaching to everybody. But your goal is to gather as many shares as you can so that you can create a money-making machine, a hex-making machine. And, price will come later. Okay, so yeah, what about if it does moon to $50 like some of these people are talking about? Well, you want as many shares as you can so you can turn those things into those $50 hex, right? So it's really about accumulating those shares. And I hear everybody talking about it all the time, and I hope that's what Hexkins are doing. I don't know. Where are we at as far as staking percentage?
Still under 10%, I believe.
Is it 9? Let me see here. Stakers. 9.8.
Yeah,
9.8. Hey, we're getting closer to 10, right? I mean, it's probably I think it was 9.7, 9.6 not too long ago. So it's moving up a little bit.
So the kicker of what I was saying was it's just odd that somebody would want to cash out in such a large sum when they could be building their position, because like I said, what are they going to do with it? Stuff it under their pillow? You're not going to earn any interest there. There's not really another place. It's like you don't drain your bank account, right? To stuff your pillow with it. It seems like that's kind of what a lot of these short-termers are doing. It's like, well, they're going to cash out. What are they going to do? Put it into another coin? Okay, I hope that coin does better than 40% interest per year. It's kind of weird behavior, but I mean, I guess people just want that tangibility. They want to be able to cash out so they have it in their possession, sort of thing. But it's not the behavior that Hex was designed to do. Hex is designed to let you take what you need, sell that interest off there, take what you need, and just have perpetual income. It's funny to me to watch them. I mean, look at the people that sold under a penny now. How are they feeling right now?
I mean, some of them are probably happy with what they got, because I mean, think about it. If they were in for just a year and that's all they got in for, and they're like, I'm out of this thing, I'm in and out of this thing, they might be happy with that. There might be some Bitcoin claimers that are like, yeah, man, I made 60 grand. I made 50 grand, hey, I'm good. I'm out of here. I'm getting away from Richard's thing. There's a lot of them like that. Thanks, Richard, and they never seen the value because they never cared to take the time, because all they think of is, there's so much noise out there with all this yield farming and all this other crap. And most of it's all bullshit and scams that I can understand people not wanting to spend the time to understand what Hex is. It's got to be getting a lot more interesting to them, though, them seeing it on the front page of some of the coin aggregators. It should be getting a little bit on them that they're seeing it there all the time. Now that the word is also getting out that CoinMarketCap is actually gatekeeping, and there's actually a campaign out there. What's her name? Gal from Twitter is out there. She's firing it up, man. She's going nonstop at them. And
Well, some credit due. Annette was the first one to start the barrage of attacks on CoinMarketCap.
Oh
She was
yeah.
really going for the jugular there, and we've got Coin Whisperer now that's
There you
picking it
go.
up. She seems, you know, picking up the torch and running with it. But yeah, what's neat is we are starting to get traders that are now realizing that it's been hidden from them, and they are now talking about it on their technical analysis and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen some of those. They're talking about, hey, Hex is getting ready to break out to 4 cents. I've never
Yep.
seen a chart like this. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, and for those people who haven't been through something like we saw in 2018, a big bull market in the altcoin world. I mean, coins were literally. I mean, I sat in Verge and watched Verge go up to 23 cents from Satoshis to 23 cents in a matter of a couple of months. And within 1 week it went up it went to a penny and then it bammed up to 18 cents in like a matter of hours. I mean, that shit happens fast when it happens. So I don't think everybody, when Richard says that, he means it, because I've seen many coins do that, in the past.
We haven't really seen 40% days yet. I remember the last bull market, we were seeing 40% days. Altcoins would go up 40% a freaking day. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah. And they do it regular. They pulse through that.
Mhm.
They pump. I mean, it was insane. I mean, the gains in all those days were just crazy. Verge pumped on McAfee's tweet. Yeah, it did. And that's funny. That's all it takes is something like that. Some type of an event, some type of a black swan event.
Well, I think we're getting a lot less invisible and a lot more visible because we have been loud and people have been catching it and people have been checking to see if we're a bunch of crazies or if there's really something to what we're saying. And I think they're finding out, oh my God, these guys haven't been lying. They really are onto something here. Something is happening. We need to check this out. And they're doing it, right? Yeah. We just had to yell long enough for them to hear us,
Yeah, and now that we've got so many streamers out there, now that we've got so much intelligent, interesting material, like I said, like Wales and Kareem are out there, flipping charts and showing everybody, hey, this is what this, and they're showing the share charts too. So that's what's cool is people are like, what is this? What is going on here? And when people start to look at Hex in that way, when they start to uncover it and see it in a deeper way versus the way we've been having conversations about, I don't know what it is, man. Crypto Twitter or crypto YouTube is like, if you don't have a chart behind you, man, they're flipping to the next channel.
Right. Well, the kicker is even the people that are doing the technical analysis now that are outside of the community, they don't know about the share rate chart. No other crypto has a share rate system. The share rate system is an innovation in itself, and other cryptos are not judged by that. And Richard was in talks with Clay from Nomics about how to incorporate that chart into their template. Because really no other coin has that particular dynamic, and it's kind of hard to, incorporate it into their setup because, no other coin has that. So you can't really fit it into a template because there's not a space for it. So they were in talks about how to incorporate the share chart so people could be aware that there's something else to be looking at other than just the price. Because, when you're eyeballing the Hex price all the time, you are not realizing that the share rate is still going up and up and up.
I know. Where's it at? Like 300 or no? Yeah. Is it 300
now? $300.
320 something bucks or 324 or something like that. That's monster. That is monster. Hex is breaking the current models.
When I was screaming share rate, and people are like, oh no.
Uh-oh, lost Johnny. Oh, yes. Bye, Johnny. Yeah, we were. I must admit, we were the first ones to start blasting the share price and letting everybody know that it was about shares, and that, you know, the mechanism of Hex was all in the shares, and accumulating shares and getting your best share price, and just realizing that today is the day. Oh, 317.08. Goodness gracious, that is crazy. That is just insane. I mean, it blows my mind that's what what we're paying for shares now, for T shares. Gosh, man. And pretty soon it's going to get to be M shares. That, I mean, gosh, man, that is insane. Like, the days of accumulating thousands of T shares are going to be getting further and further out of reach. You know, it's going to be M shares or B shares and then M shares. And I don't know if we're going to confuse it with that, but anyway, yeah, it's definitely going to be the name of the game, is gathering shares. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys my TA. Let's see here. So this is the only TA you're going to get from the captain. Now, if you look at the chart today and you look at where I put this, I gotta admit, you know, come on now. The captain was let's see, there's Johnny. Let's see. The captain was right when he was talking about this stuff too. Let's see if I can show this. So this was right before the breakout. I put the laser-eyed titty formation was in effect. And from there, we have gone from 0.012 all the way up to almost 2 cents. And it's been a steady rise ever since. So my TA is just as good as anybody else's out there.
Did you see where I took that influencer that was pulling the top back, and I set the Hex chart over? She was asking which altcoins. I said, I think I found a perfect fit. I put it right there. I posted it on Twitter.
MT Coiner, I could use about 1,000 more shares. Hells yeah, you can. That's a 1,000 T shares is not an easy thing to get a hold of, right? That's what's that 30 something $1,000, right? Can you please draw one random line on that chart, please? I drew lots of random lines, and I don't know what
100,000 T shares is a lot.
100,000. Yeah, that's 1,000 T shares
is a lot.
Damn right.
Yeah, just one T share is $300 right now, guys.
$317. We've gone up that fast, that quick, that fast.
You got 300,000 for 1,000 T shares.
100K minimum cap. That's 100K? No, that's not 100K. Right? Barely made it. I've barely made it to 100 T shares. Pulse Chain Hex, nice name, by the way. Making it to 100 T shares is a big deal. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to make it to 100 T shares.
That's $30,000 right now. Yes. Yep. So 1,000 T shares is $300,000.
Well, come on, man. I'm not good at math, but wait a minute. 817.
I believe that's
correct. No, you're right. $317,000. Yep. Goodness.
If you're just staked for a year, but it would cost you a third of that if you staked it out for 15 years, because you get the bonus.
So it's 30 right? So so it's $100,000 to go out and get 1,000. So it's 100,000 for 1,000 T shares if you stake it
for 15 years.
For 15 years.
If you stake
Holy
years,
fucking moly, man! Holy shit!
So our positions are safe. Our positions are safe.
Well, I mean, that's just showing the power of Hex. I mean, this is during the slow rise of the T shares. The T shares haven't even started mooning yet. The T shares, I mean, the chart is there. You can see the T share moon the trajectory that it's on. Right now we're on the the down sweep here. We're getting ready to hit the hill. We're not even hitting the hill yet. And it's like, holy crap, man.
Well, because you got the two multipliers, you got that hex per T-share price, which didn't go up like I thought it would, but the price did, so it still ended up cranking up the USD value of the T-shares substantially. So like when I was screaming, it was $120 a T-share, and everyone's like, no, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Well, here we are, $340 a T-share. That's a pretty significant deal.
Well,
so
because we all thought that share rate was going to moon, or share price was going to moon after big payday, when in all actuality, it's all of these stakes coming due that is moving the price up now.
Yeah.
And we're going to see that like after year 10, it's going to like be freaking like straight up.
Oh yeah. When the 5-year stakes come off, there's going to be a big one then. And then when the 10-year stakes come off, there's going to be a big one then.
Oh yeah. Think about it. In 10 years, people are going to go like, you've got a T-share.
Right.
You have
got a whole T-share.
You got a whole T-share.
That's worth 3 Bitcoin.
Homie's talking about, I only got 100 T-shares. And bro, in 10 years, people are going to be going, you got a T-share? You got 100 T-shares? Holy shit. I just been working to get a T-share.
Oh yeah.
It's going to look at how,
that'd be where it will be.
And it's just continuing to go up. It's continuing to go up. And, the price of hex doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I could care less if it's a penny, 2 pennies, 5 pennies, 50 cents, $5, $50, whatever. It's really about the accumulation of hex, how many T-shares you're going to have. And when it's time to peel a little bit off of the ball, when back in my youth, I used to just roll my money up and wad it up in a ball, put it on my nightstand, and what I needed for the night or day or whatever, I just peeled it off. That's what it's going to be like, just pulling what you need off and being good with that. Because another thing I heard Kareem say on stream, he said, and I think he got it from me because I said it a while back ago, but it's going to be the new 401k. And he called it the 4,001k. Which is true. It's, cause all of our 401ks are really 401ks. They're not 401s anymore. They're 400s. They've really failed us. And to have a vehicle like this that you can use as a retirement vehicle, holy crap. It's just,
and not everybody has an option of a 401k at their job. So, to have a complete substitute sort of independent thing that you don't have to have connected to a job. And no matter what job you want, it follows you with you. There's quite a, quite a demand for something like that, because everybody needs some kind of backup plan, some kind of savings account for the future, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be, hold on one second. I think that's going to be the future.
We lost the captain.
I literally got my neighbors like looking in my window. I'm in a room that faces anyway, I had to close the shutters. So I think that, Hex is going to turn into that vehicle, because it's not a great speculation tool. It moves up, and it's going to move big when somebody market buys. But I think that it's such a boring long-term product that it's going to keep on a steady trajectory. And at times it'll get higher and higher, faster. But I think that Hex is going to continue to do what it's doing and just, keep going up like it is. And it's going to turn into that long-term vehicle that people are going to be, like right now, that's pretty steep for somebody to even take $300 a week out of their paycheck for the average Joe, to get a T-share, spend $300 a week or even a month, that's a lot for the average Joe out there. But if you can wing it and you could pull it off like monthly or something, then now you're creating, a T-share bag that in 10 years is going to look amazing. It is going to look amazing because you're going to have, what if you gather a T-share every month, and for 10 years, if you can do it, well, it's going to get more and more expensive, but
I don't think you can grab a T-share a month for 10 years. You'd be lucky to be able to afford to grab the average person, because it's just going up. We're three whatever right now for a T-share.
yeah,
we're going to be at least doubled by 6 months. So
probably doubled in 6 months, and then
easy.
And then double
That's
another
just being
6 months.
kind.
So yeah, it's going to keep.
Get
It's
your
going to
shares right now.
So, while we're on that, who brought that up? Look at, okay, there it is. I'll bring it up on screen actually. Look at a checkbook Roth IRA. You get tax-free gains. A lot of legwork worth it. So it's actually not a whole lot of legwork. It is. I just started working on setting mine up. I got all the process going. What they do is they set up a shell IRA. They create what's called an IRA LLC. And from that IRA LLC, you can't just set up a regular checkbook IRA. You have to set up an IRA LLC. And that allows you to put crypto assets into it. And you can put your HEX into it then. And then, you can't touch it until 59 and a half. But if you are staking for a retirement vehicle, a tax benefited retirement vehicle, then a checkbook Roth IRA is a great way to go. After taxes, you've already paid taxes on that money, and then it comes out tax free. So it's a great way to set up yourself up retirement fund. If you don't have a traditional 401k and you do want to stick like, $150, $200, $100 a month into a T-share pool, a T-share retirement fund, then you can set that up. The guy that I did the well, now his name is slipping me, doggone it. We just did a stream with him. Gus Demos. If you look at our stream a few weeks back, I did a stream with Gus Demos. He and his company actually set those up, so you can actually sit down with them. And I'm actually working on seeing if I can get like a hexagon discount. So hold off on that. So let me see if I could talk to him about it if you guys want to set one up. But I think that's going to be the vehicle of the future. Is Hex is going to be the retirement fund.
But I thought we had no use case. I keep hearing that from the haters. They keep saying, but there's no use case. Does that mean because we don't have some creative story on how we're going to save little furry animals in whatever country?
The arguments against Hex are just, I just block those guys anymore. I don't even listen to them because they're giving arguments that are, freaking 10 years old.
Anti-crypto.
2010. I mean, they're like 2010 arguments. Yeah, they're like anti-crypto.
Arguments.
And these are guys that are in crypto that are talking.
Crypto.
It's like, bro,
how does it have value? Are you kidding me?
How does that? Oh no, but your BCH has value, or your Binance coin your BNB has value, right? And
or that tether that doesn't actually have any money.
Or the tether that doesn't have anything tethered to it. The non-tethered tether. The crypto burr machine. I mean, it's like
those crypto kitties, man. Those got value.
Yeah, I don't. They're not talking smack on NFTs or whatever.
NFTs, yeah.
But I don't even talk. I don't waste my time on those guys anymore. I mean, if people have a legitimate gripe and they want to talk about something serious, then I will engage. Rarely anymore, but because I said it a while back ago. It's time for them to start apologizing and asking us for help, because they're the ones that are going to get wrecked in this whole thing. They're the ones that are going to get left behind. They're the ones that don't know what we're doing, what we've been doing, and why we're still streaming. If we were a scam, we wouldn't still be here after 102 episodes. You know, we wouldn't still be here. You know, so
there wouldn't be so many. For God's sakes, I mean, what do we have? Like 30 streamers now?
Oh yeah,
what
we got TikTokers, streamers. And none of them, not community streamers. I mean, these are community streamers. These are people that are part of the community that are streaming. And I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, the whole group of them, we're all friends. You know, it's a bunch of friends now that are, you know, people that know each other, speak to each other on a daily basis, and have projects outside of Hex going on, and all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, meetups happen.
And they made us. They made us. They forged us in fire, man. They forced.
They did. They did.
Band together. You know, where we were getting attacked individually, and we just kind of ganged up, formed a group, and put us all together. And said, whoa. Hey, wait, no, I'm not crazy. He's not crazy. Nobody's crazy. We're right. Just, you know, we had to find the other people that realized what we realized. You know.
Yeah. They made us. They did make us. Out of necessity, we became strong and became a group of, you know, concerned, because we knew how good Hex was. We knew in the beginning. I mean, we were discovering a lot of the nuances, intricacies, and caveats and all that kind of stuff. And we even discovered some stuff that Richard didn't even expect us to figure out. You know, we were digging so deep and streaming so much and talking so much amongst one another. That you know, I mean, they created that by, you know, fighting us so hard and going up against us so hard. We were just like, no, we weren't going to let it happen, and we just got stronger and stronger. That one video that they did, I forget who did it, doggone it, of all the streamers, and of course that Versace soy boy is the dating boy
with the tiny hands.
With tiny. Yeah.
That was my joke, you know, that one that Nicole put me up to, where I said, "Hey, ladies," you know, when I was making fun of the whole comment in that, and the whole purpose of that was that whole make fun of the John Lennon wannabe, or not John Lennon, Elton John wannabe with the tiny hands, you know. That's where that joke came from, and that's cultivates funny. So, and
that's whatever. I mean, he deserves it. He said some horrible things about Hex. He said horrible things about Hexicans, and you know, he deserves it. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Oh, so Jimmy Diamond says setting up an LLC and creating a Roth IRA vehicle for Hex to be taxed today, so it's not in the future. Yes, it is. I think it is a genius thing to do. I'm not saying that you need to put your whole Hex bag in that, but if you're young, or even if you're not, I mean, I'm doing it because, you know, I'm still 5-6 years away from being able to pull from it. 59.5 is when you can pull. So you still have to treat it as a retirement vehicle. You will get penalized greatly if you do move it out or whatever. But you have the ability to trade and unstake and restake and all that kind of stuff within that IRA LLC. So you have a lot of flexibility with it. There's a lot of different things that you can put into it. You can put property in it. You can put all kinds of things in it, and even make distributions from that account. Like if you have somebody property managing, you can't pay yourself. Somebody tried to do that. Some guy tried to hire himself as a property manager and pull the funds out of his IRA LLC, and he lost the case. So there's precedent showing that you can't do that. But you can make distributions from that, and they're not taxed. So this is all after tax money that goes into a Roth. And if you're setting up stakes, go watch the stream that I did with Gus Demos. It's about 4 or 5 episodes ago, and he's the one that handles that. But like I said, I'm gonna talk to him and see about trying to get something going for the Hexkins here. Anybody who's interested, throw me a DM and I'll help you. But it's a great way to set up a retirement fund, and if you're looking to put something out in the future so that you can really take advantage of some tax advantages on it, then it might be the thing for you. Maybe some of you might not be. I'm going to do it just for a handful of years, and have another tax vehicle. I'm making plans to go abroad, but it's nice to have another little hedge if that doesn't work out.
So how's the chat looking? We got questions?
Yeah, let me explain this one too. So let me explain this to you, crypto. 6,000 max a year you can contribute. No, not necessarily. There are, you can put up to 25,000 in there. And if you're married, you can put, your wife could have one too. So yeah, you're right. It's about 6,000. I think it's 6,000 max. But there is another way that you can put up to 25,000 in there. And, you're going to have to go talk to the pros about it. It has something to do with setting up a corporation that, takes distributions into it. But, there is another way to put actual more funds. But hey, for a lot of people who are just trying to build a retirement fund, $6,000 a year is, pretty decent, amount of money to throw in anyway,
Change.
Yeah, it's a little chunk of change every month. So, if you're looking for dollar costing in and setting up a retirement fund on the side of your rest of your hex games, and it's another nice little vehicle. So, what else is going on in the chat? Franklin, Saint Hex, was that a misclick? Uh-oh, what did he do?
It's funny, I still don't have a mod hammer.
You don't?
Chat, usually because I was in here. I used to be in here all the time, but then you got popular and you got all kinds of people, so I just kind of disappeared.
It's always been open to everybody. That.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't open. I just gave me an opportunity to hide for a while.
Well, you haven't been hiding. You've been doing your TikTok and so have you set up a TikTok account yet?
Yeah, I've got a TikTok account. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Hex Fabio. Hex Fabio.
Okay. Yeah, I like the TikTok. I just see what's his name. I don't go on the TikTok that often. But
I like it for the filters to make the videos and then play the videos, but I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. It just seems kind of an odd thing to do for me, the whole,
but your content's perfect for that.
Yeah,
you do real great with those like 1 minute.
Guy.
Huh?
but I'm not like a shills guy. I'm not a hype guy. So I'm more of a, I smack people down for stupidity, but I'm not the guy that's like, and we're going up to 100K, or, that kind of person. So I try to stay realistic with my numbers, and people want to hear like unrealistic things. Like they want to hear freaking Doge coin is going to $1. They want to hear stuff like that. Right. And, we've always tried to stay realistic in Hex. We've always tried to say, well, it's going to be a couple cents or whatever. We've never really.
Well, that's what I've tried to do here.
Now we already now we're really looking towards dollars. We really are. We did a 352x so far. 100x at this point is $2. Damn near $2, just doing 100x. So we are looking at dollars again. We're not going to be looking at cents for long.
I know. I just
don't know when.
Yeah, 100x is just, that's going to be $2. And
100x is damn near $2. Yeah.
And that's only a smidge of
we
what.
Are in it.
What's 10,000x? What's 10,000x?
56 cents. 56 cents from the bottom. Is we only need to hit 56 cents, and then no influencer whatsoever can dispute Richard and his it's going to do 10,000x, because once we hit 56 cents, guess what? There's the 10,000x. He said it would do at least the 10,000x, which he was being modest when he said it because he knew what it would do. You know, he didn't set a goal. It was like me and my haircut bet, right? You know, I knew Hex would do a 2x before Bitcoin did a 2x, and it did it 4 times. So I had that bet going there for the guys that never took it, and they were smart not to take it, because it's insane to think that, you know, it wouldn't have happened, right? It was a automatic win.
Yeah. I wanted to address Eagle Te. So congrats to you guys holding a lot of Hex, but I joined Hex too late. Am just a mid-rank squid. You did not join Hex.
That's
too
not
late.
joining late. You're in a good position, buddy.
Let me explain something to you. The first years of ETH were, you know, those people have the first year bag holders. We've got one of them in the community that's actually invested in Hex. What does that ETH bag look like? Hundreds of thousands of ETH.
Oh, it's massive. It's massive.
monster bags of Genesis
millions
ETH.
of dollars,
millions and millions of dollars of ETH, and it doesn't do. It makes moves, but it doesn't move in a nefarious way. It buys cryptos, and it's continuing to move like a whale. It's a good whale, and so somebody who has a smidgen of a bag, they got a bag years after that, 3, 4, 5 years after that, you know, that has 10,000, 20,000 ETH. Would you think that person is not a whale too? I mean, we're just talking about leviathans and whales here now. You're still can be in the whale category by getting in at, you know, under a nickel. Somebody's going to say, you got in under a nickel? You're going to have a monster bag compared to somebody who has to get in at 56 cents. You know, there's significant amount of financial energy that has to come in to buy a bag the size that your nickel bags are going to buy, or your 2-cent bags are going to buy. So if you're finding out about Hex today, A-Bit just said it right here. If you find out about Hex today, you'll still be a millionaire in the future, and you can't stop it.
Yeah, squids are definitely going to be in good shape. Don't care what level squid you are, you're going to be in
I
good
don't care
shape.
what you're going to be sitting pretty. Anybody who's made it to get themselves into the squid category, yes. And if you've accumulated some T shares, yes, you're sitting nice. You're sitting real nice.
Just don't shoot yourself in the foot by getting excited when it goes up 10x and think you got to jump out.
Yeah.
Because that's what people do. That's what people do. They're like, oh my gosh, look.
Well, how many tweets have you seen of Bitcoiners that did that?
All of them.
Like, oh my God, I just sold for 10 cents. Yeah. You know, I just made $10,000. I just sold at 50 cents. Yeah. You know, I've seen so many of the old Reddit posts of guys that, you know, cashed out. You know, I just sold my 10,000. Let me just
throw a couple examples out here for you, RG. Okay. Matic, that ETH clone, did a 42x. It went from a penny up to 42 cents. We are now at around 2 cents. You think we can't do 42 cents?
Oh, yeah.
It's a chain that hardly anybody uses over there. Okay.
That's very difficult to get onto.
And it's very difficult to use. It's got issues, but it still went up to 42 cents, even higher at sometimes. Now let's take Neo. Neo was the Chinese competitor Ether. It started out as ant shares. It started out as pennies. Do you know that Neo went up to $180 at one point in time? What was its big gimmick? Its big gimmick was because you got gas. It made interest. It made gas.
Yeah, you got gas.
Right?
You got Neo gas for it.
That was the thing. It was up to $180. Well, Hex.
I'd go in there and click my little thing, collect my gas.
And then you'd sell your gas, like, you know. And if you look at
that's what got me hooked on. Like, this is great, man. This is like staking right here. That's what it was. The Neo gas was like staking. It was like, oh yeah, great. you've got
I
300
thought that was the
gas.
future, man.
Yeah.
That's what I always saw. I always tried to get those coins that would give some kind of yield. KuCoin was doing a thing where it was splitting like and paying you in little intervals of each of the coin out of the fees. And there was another coin called Cost that did that back in the day, and it went to basically zero. But I mean, all this yield stuff, it showed there was a demand for it, just they hadn't had it perfected yet. And Hex has really kind of got that whole thing perfected because it's producing its own coin. It's not a subset of another coin; it's its own coin. You're producing like kind. And that's what makes it different. It's mining without the equipment. And like right now, you got a couple $1 million to go buy some mining equipment? No? Well, then piss off. You ain't mining Bitcoin.
Mm-mm.
How does a new person get started?
You're going to be out-teched. By the time you get your mining gear up and running, you're going to be out-teched. Who was telling me he set the mining gear up wrong and lit the house on fire or some shit? I forget who was doing that.
The Lord have mercy.
I
So you got that
monitor.
You got the mining equipment to monitor. You got to keep it cool. You got to pay your power bills. This allows the average person to produce coins at any entry level, at any price. You don't have to have $1 million. $100 will do you just fine, and you're able to start producing coins right now. No setup, no issue. You just got to punch a few keys on the computer, and you're good to go. And people just don't realize how awesome it is yet. It's just not. We're still being gate kept. The gates are coming down. The traders are starting to see that they've been lied to by the market cap sites. The market cap sites are under a lot of scrutiny right now. These gates are coming down. I don't see the price going anywhere but up from here.
I think Hex is going to expose the market cap metric to where so we have sites that are monitoring market cap properly. So once Hex like flips Bitcoin in market cap, which is going to be, it's possible. I mean, it's going to be right up there on ETH's tail eventually. I mean, it is going to get there because of how it's set up. I mean, it's designed to fucking eat market cap up, man. I mean, that's now they're Nomics,
and
we're going to talk about
it. The price don't even have to change. The price don't even have to change for it to move up in market cap because of the inflation rate. And the coins don't drop onto the market until after you mint them. But because of the inflation rate and because of the size of the supply, it will eventually move up the market cap list, even if the price doesn't fluctuate all that much. I mean, it helps. It makes it that much more expedient. But yes.
Yeah. And they're going to start we're going to talk about it next week when I have them on the stream. But Nomics is saying that they're going to start using the staking metric to add to market cap. So they're actually changing the metric, and it's going to even be better for Hex because the stake coins
show the interest.
The stake coins
show the interest being earned.
Well, it'll show that the stake coins aren't in there now.
Oh.
Those are removed from market cap.
When you stake, they become burnt and they become shares. So they don't become coins again until after you mint. And that's right. I did catch that in the conversation. So our market cap is really not true at the moment because of the fact that they're not including those coins that are currently burnt because they're now T-shares.
And then the other sites are not even counting the OA's coins that are actually liquid sitting out there. And it's funny, their whole argument is that those coins can dump on your head, but we're not going to count them as market cap because we know they're not going to.
So Elon could dump on your head. Mike Saylor could dump on your head. The Winklevi could dump on your head. Who else can dump on your head? And they can dump on your head because they are under no obligation, no penalty, no nothing to not sell on your head.
XRP tells you on a regular basis, fucking dumping on you this week.
Right.
They have a scheduled dump on your head. So,
but I mean, any of those people can have a bad day and say, I'm done, sell it all. anytime they want, there's no penalty for that. In hacks, there's a penalty. You can't just easily get out that easy. I don't know. It's funny to me. It's just funny to me. People will get it. They will get it. They're starting to get it now. They're starting to ask questions. They're starting to see, look, these guys know what they're talking about because they've been right so far. I mean, it's kind of hard to be wrong, when we're only supporting one coin and it's doing great. It's kind of hard to be wrong that way. If you're supporting 10 coins and they all fail and you're like, next week, another 10 coins, you're not looking so hot. Okay. If you're supporting one coin and it's the top performing asset of 2020, it's a little hard to be wrong.
Yeah. Well, they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it. I wonder how many of them are actually in, though. There's got to be some of them that are in.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's some of them that are in. They've got to be. So, all right. Well, we're getting an hour and a half into the show, and I'm tired, man. I got a massage today, and I am like beat ass, ready to fall asleep, tired. So, anything else you got, Johnny? Anybody else got anything they want to talk about real quick? Let's see.
It's later for me, brother. That's why I don't generally hit these shows anymore, because it's like 10 o'clock about the time you start. So it's like, man, I'm ready to crash by the time you get this thing going.
I like this one. Burnt hex shares. Burnt hex shares for 5 years equals holding Bitcoin unmoved for 5 years. No, not really. Burnt hex shares for 5 years equals holding Bitcoin unmoved for 5 years. No, you're making interest on your hex. You're making more.
Yeah, making more. And it also adds to market cap too, but it does not add to market cap until you actually end your stake. So those coins they're accounted for, but they're not actually in supply until
they don't exist actually.
Yeah,
they exist, but they don't.
But they don't. Yeah. So if you good account, they don't exist yet either. But if you mint them
anywhere,
in stake, you mint them, then it affects the market cap.
Yeah. When you good account, they don't exist anywhere, which is cool.
No. Limbo.
Because they don't. They're in limbo. They're like in the middle. They don't exist in your wallet. They don't exist in the share pool. So they're not watering down. While the shares don't exist anymore, so they're not watering down the share pool. So they're just kind of like limbo coins.
An IOU. It's an IOU that you got to cash in.
Yep. Very, very good tool. Another good tool. Emergency end stake and the good accounting feature. Good tools. Good tools. Maybe not so much
Captain,
anymore.
Well, Captain, it's been nice talking to you, and I don't want to hold you up. Let you get some rest.
It has been.
Good to see you.
Thanks,
it's been
Johnny.
a long time.
It has. It's been a long time. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. And everybody, have a great rest of the evening. Next week, FN Hangout is next. And next week, we are going to be interviewing some Clay from Nomics. And who else? I think we might have, what's her name? Bree Fit Dance might come on the show. She's cool, man. I gotta find out what her trip is, because that girl's a trip, man. She's a trip. She's big. She's
Have a great interview, Captain.
I can't wait, man. I'm gonna have a good time with that one. I haven't talked to her. We've been emailing each other. I want to talk to her and kind of like see what she's made of. So that's gonna be cool. Oh man. All right, everybody. Have a good one. We'll see you guys at the FN Hangout.